Hello everybody, welcome back to From Rhythm to Algorithm Part 18. Light is lit. Did you get what I meant? Did you hear what I just said? Well, that proves slang is the basis of logic. I made that point in an earlier lecture, didn't really expand on it. We'll talk about that. We'll talk about a bunch of different things in this lecture. A lot of quick proofs like that one. But literally, it, lit, I, light. It is what it is. You can clearly see that it lit is it with an L, changes the consonants. But then it to light, right? In English, it would be slang like okay. And when you're sitting around with your boys or with your gal pals, do you talk in complete sentences? Are you super polite and respectful in terms of like formal grammar? No, of course not. Because context defines a variable. So now we've given the logical foundations to talk about slang and slogans. Well, it's very apparent to see with slogans. Just the UPS store, right? Ing is the fundamental syllable. Just go watch the UPS commercial with ing at the end of everything. Limu, emu. We see the li to the emu, limu, emu. I don't know if that's one of the insurance companies. Good from Campbell's Soup. Literally, just like our boy Bill Kosiski. But the contraction, we've covered contractions, takes out the H. Super cubes from Shark Tank this past Friday. I don't know, today is February 21st, 2021. But Mark Cuban, where have you heard super cubes before? I'll look forward to hearing about that. And then but those are just a couple quick examples for slang and for slogans. I mean, all slogans are, modifying the geometry of the linguistics to the sound of the logic that it's representing. Literally all of them. But I also wanted to point out Reddit in the generality of language. People will say they read Reddit in one tone. Correct. That's because there's one sentiment. We're all different people. Logic is logic. The individual presenting the logic doesn't matter. It's literally represented by the words. So that is why you read, that's why anyone of decent intelligence skims through anything they're reading, is because you just literally notice the alignment of the letters of direct logic, facts. But this gives us a direct logical framework to say there should be some numerical reducibility of syllability, right? Very literally, right, dad, two is the fundamental stability of two. Oh, I also wanted to say logically, give an explanation for something, anything, say why, and you'll run out of explanations. I'm trying to make it a definitive statement, but I think for any logical explanation, if you say why twice, you can make it, you can show the it is what it is statement, and then you can show, if you say why 3 times, there's completely no answers, or the solution is completely solved, or something like that. But the point is, for the reducibility of syllability and the reducibility of words, we talked about if you take one complete word and you speak the word in its natural context, do you speak another complete word? And then past that, can you reduce the sound, pronouncing the sound of the word to another word, or just the structure of the letters to another complete word? There's something we should be able to say definitively numerically there, but it's just evidenced by go, 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 right? We say dad, mama, but instinctually when we're telling someone to go do something, we say go, 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 3 syllables, 3 times. So it should just be a direct statement of decreasing natural numbers. Things with less syllables are less complicated or less developed or less defined, something like that. The iteration of the sound E. Now this should be extremely apparent over large time scales, right? Mail, email. Literally the E comes from the word electronic, but we use it to represent the sound E, and we just stuff it in front of mail. And this is a definition of technology: mail, email, internet, ethernet, iterate, internet, ethernet. So why E at the end of the word represents generality? Why are we putting E at the beginning of a word, logically? Like, what is this doing? And so there should just be some direct proof of the iteration of the sound E. Like we said, easy, but we'll get to that. One other, just the fundament, now we can state, finally, human beings in 2021, we can now state the fundamental theorem of sex. Come. The point of fucking is coming. Facts. See, you gotta derive sound to talk about sex. Oh yeah. But seriously, how many of you people with your sexual partners use a lot of full, complete words when you're fucking? Another quick proof. But now let's get back to the differentiation of the sound sensoriality linguistically. Right? Sensoriality with a C is all non-sentient filtering systems. Sensoriality with an S is the ability to feel generally. Right? I'm sentient. I can feel. Dogs can feel. Cats can feel, birds can feel. We've proven the reaction times are the same and that color are consistent, that movement is consistent as represented by the word smooth. Oh, that's a smooth surface. Oh, he just fucked my bitch. That's pretty smooth. But now we can extend the slang definition of speciality and say speciality is the set of all things no one remembers, as proven by no one remembering them. Right? People remember getting disrespected. They remember the person-to-person interaction. At the society level, name one scientist from 30,000 years ago. God. Name one from 2,000 years ago. Jesus. At a historical level, until we did some thinking in our history caps, we didn't even differentiate that. Sensoriality, so we can say sensoriality consolidates information. Sensoriality with a C concentrates information. Right? We went from people now back to physical systems. That's why they're galaxies. That's why vibration scales or structure scales because of vibration or something like that. But scaling is proven evident by the smoothness of motion, and we've developed enough geometry to say that's the structure of all things. But let me make sure my camera's on. So now we can start doing, we can say it's like we're at sensoriality with a C, concentrates, sensoriality with an S is the ability to feel. They both concentrate information. But now we can start using this, and again, it's the proof of the iteration of the sound E is almost done, but we can start expanding our definitions. Remember we talked at the very beginning of this lecture series, or the language one, expanding the it is what it is statement with specificity. Well, now we can talk about expanding words with the iteration of the sound E. So we can take sensorality, both sensorialities, again, the same sound, different linguistical representation, different logical representation, and say sensorality, sensoriality. And then with an S, sensorality, and then sensoriality. And so the concentration of sensorality with a C allowed for the concentration of sensorality with an S. And now, if we cancel the word sensor in all four contexts, we're left with a prefix and a suffix, reality. E at the beginning of a word, the prefix re always means again, iterate, reiterate, cycling reiterates, rhythm reiterates. Fundamental theorem of reality. Reality reiterates. Facts. That's another complete proof. We've now proven three things profoundly. Well, I guess the fundamental theorem of sex is more just a statement, but it's true. Been about 8 minutes. That's pretty good. So now we can ask the question, what is the difference between a sentence and sentience? Thanks for watching.